A senior National Party sources told Checkpoint there's growing quiet within party ranks over the uncertainty around the background of List MP Jian Yang. Dr Yang became a New Zealand citizen in 2004 and a National Party MP in 2011. But in September, a newsroom investigation revealed he'd not fully disclosed details of his background at China's People's Liberation Air Force Engineering College or at a language institute where students were taught English to be used in surveillance work. This morning on Morning Report, Bill English expressed confidence in Dr Yang as both a New Zealander and as an MP, but he was unable to offer specific answers on why Dr Yang had been removed from the Foreign Affairs, Defence and Trade Select Committee. And on specific questions of Dr Yang's background, Mr English said answers would have to be provided by Dr Yang himself, which would make sense if Jian Yang would ever talk to reporters.
Is it true that he spent 15 years working with the military intelligence apparatus of the Chinese government?
Well, that'd be a matter you're best to address to him.
That was Bill English on Morning Report this morning. That would be a matter you'd best address to him. And we've tried to, repeatedly, hear this sound. We have heard it most days since Newsroom and the Financial Times first broke this story in September. Spoiler alert, it always ends the same way.
Hi, thank you for your call. Please leave your name and phone number. I'll call you back as soon as possible. Thank you.
But Dr Yang doesn't call back ever. So, on the one hand, Bill English tells reporters to talk to him.
Whether he'd use that or not is a matter that you would need to talk to him about.
He said that sort of thing 3 times this morning, and on the other hand, Dr Yang won't respond.
At the tone, record your message.
Even at a rational level, as a logical proposition to have this...
Did he teach spies?
Well, that's a matter for him to really just to describe as to whether he did or he didn't.
And this...
Please leave your name and phone number. I'll call you back.
Coexisting when the man you're told to talk to doesn't talk is absurd. But that remains the National Party's response. The boss says talk to Yang, Yang doesn't talk. And it's beginning to seem rather convenient.
Well, that'd be a matter you're best to address to him.
And it's thus the questions first asked over 6 weeks ago substantively remain no more answered. Who knew and when of the exact nature of Dr Yang's formal relationship with the Chinese military establishment through his work as a lecturer? What exactly did he teach? Who exactly did he teach? And what did they go on to do? Why didn't his citizenship application contain this information? That is a crucial question, and the list goes on. Why has he been so reluctant to talk about this? Why does the leader of the National Party and former Prime Minister Bill English keep saying that we should talk to him and Dr Yang doesn't want to talk to us? So I have arrived at his house. The gate is very much closed, but I will give it a go. There is a camera at the gate, and I am looking up to see if there is movement inside. It's a rather lovely day, but it doesn't appear there's anyone here. No one peeking out, it doesn't seem. So, Bill English tells us to talk to Dr Yang. Dr Yang won't talk to us. But back at work, I received an email from Dr Yang, short and matter-of-fact. It affirmed loyalty to New Zealand and said, I will decline your request for an interview as I have nothing further to add to the media comments I've already made. Someone should tell Bill English that. So, let's go back to the media comments Dr Yang did make, September 13th, covered on Checkpoint at the time. What did he say then he'd told the National Party?
From the very beginning, I made it clear to the party that I have this military background.
But the newsroom story raised Dr Yang's background in intelligence gathering, and it's difficult to find evidence of this being explicitly on the public record. So, when he repeated,
I made it very clear, my military background.
The issue became one of detail. How much did he tell? To whom? And when?
Well, this is very complicated.
A month and a half on, the complications are compounded by a strange form of pass the parcel. Yes, there are the layers of wrapping, but there's no sign of a prize. Bill English says...
Well, that'd be a matter best to address to him.
Right, but over and over, day after day, Dr. Yang himself only says this.
Hi, thank you for your call. Please leave your name and phone number. I'll call you back as soon as possible. Thank you.
At the tone, record your message.
Dr. Yang would, of course, be welcome on Checkpoint.